It was critical for my family to make sure that the legacy of Twohey's restaurant continued.
Today, I'm at Twoheys in South Pasadena. This restaurant has been serving the community for more than 80 years. That's a lot of Stinko burgers. Let's go backstage.
Hi, my name is Tanya. I'm the co-owner of Twohey's restaurant in South Pasadena. We've been coming to Twohey's from the San Gabriel Valley since I was a young child. We've been coming for many, many years. We got to know the Twohey's family. Jack and Jean Twohey were the original owners and they passed it down to their children. My family got to know the kids as they took it on, and eventually with my family's restaurant business, we were already familiar with a full service concept, and we took it over in 1997. We were asked by the Twohey's children if we would take it on because they wanted to sell it to a local family, and so we've owned it since 1997. My father was an original Burger King franchisee back in the 1970s. He actually opened the very first Burger King working for the corporation in the early 70s, I believe. He went on to become a franchisee. We've had other restaurant concepts, and so this was just a natural progression when the Twohey's family asked us to purchase it. So when we purchased the restaurant, we gave it a few months to just learn the business and what the customers wanted. We realized that there were a lot of things that we could improve upon. After a few months, we closed down the restaurant and we did a complete renovation. We also worked on the menu. Many of the items we just didn't want to touch. There was the curry clam chowder that was really popular, of course our Stinko Burger, but there were some areas that we wanted to improve upon, such as the quality of the food. So we did that, and most of the modifications that we made and the improvements were really well received.
If you're enjoying these interviews, please remember to like and subscribe.
So the history of Twohey's, it opened in 1943 by Jack and Jean Twohey at an original 37-seat diner on Arroyo Parkway in Pasadena. It was very popular at the time. They ended up moving the restaurant to the corner of Atlantic Boulevard and Huntington Drive in Alhambra in the mid-1950s, and they had established a very, very popular car hop. Many of our customers, of course elderly, still remember that car hop and have very fond memories of it. Of course, the Stinko was born back in the original location. It started off as a gentleman was sitting at the counter having just a burger with onions and pickles, and the woman sitting next to him said, "Oh, Stinko." So the Twohey's family trademarked it after that. In the 70s, the Twohey's family took down the car hop and established a very modern, very contemporary building, which was there since the mid-1950s to 2019. We lost our lease. We looked all over the San Gabriel Valley for a location that was still close enough and we still had a very popular brand. And so we were able to find this location in South Pasadena, and we opened up here in October of 2020. It was critical for my family to make sure that the legacy of Twohey's restaurant continued. We felt that we were given this incredible privilege to buy into a concept that was really beloved for many generations. And it was something that would have been fallen down upon us to continue the legacy and the history, because there's so much here. There's so many wonderful memories that people have. They go back as far as the 1940s and 50s. And we have wonderful individuals coming that they had their first date here. They were engaged here. There's just wonderful stories. A lot of our customers feel like this is where they can feel like they're at home. There's very few restaurants that have actually been around now for 83 years. And so that's a testament to the Twohey's brand and the loyalty of our customer base. I think the biggest shock is when they hear it's 83 years, because we've been able to keep the longevity of the restaurant by not only maintaining the history, but moving the look of the restaurant into a little bit more contemporary, but still honoring the past with our soda fountain, with the front counter, which you don't really see very much anymore. We did not have a bar at any of the other prior locations. This new location here in South Pasadena afforded us a bar. It's become really popular. We have happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. Wonderful happy hour pricing. And right now we have actually, as you can see from the flags, we have our World Cup buy one, get one free. So if you're here wearing any kind of merchandise on our happy hour menu, you can have an appetizer, buy one, get one free. And then we do it every year during Dodger season too. When we built the restaurant back in 2020, we knew that having a private room was essential. So we have a private room. It's closed off. We have its own audio visual as well. So we've used it frequently for bridal showers, dinners, baby showers, company meetings. It's available for about 30 people, and it's a wonderful space. There's very few spaces locally that can seat up to 30 people, but it's an intimate setting. So absolutely, customers, if it's their first time, they need to try the onion rings, the burgers, not necessarily the Stinko Burger, but we have other burgers as well. We also have gourmet burgers, and also to save room for the soda fountain, specifically our signature Bittersweet Sundae, which all those items have been on the menu from day one. Recipes have not changed. The presentation a little bit, but the actual recipes have not changed. Our onion rings are legendary because we slice our onions fresh every day. We hand batter them, we hand bread them. The flavor, the consistency is always very, very true to the original that people tried back in 1943. The most underrated, I would say, there's probably a couple things, but really our turkey dinner. It's something that actually many people come here just for. It's like Thanksgiving every day. It's really comfort food that people come here for, and it's probably my most favorite item on the menu. The soda fountain is really unique to Twoheys. It started from back in 1943 with fresh whipped cream, the highest quality of ice cream, and of course our signature bittersweet fudge, which we have as a signature item. It's only produced here. The actual menu is a secret item that we have produced specifically for us. The combination of the bittersweet fudge, the fresh whipped cream, the quality ice cream, and of course the roasted almonds have really made that sundae a signature item for us. Still the most popular dessert, hands down. We have a small, which actually seems large, and then we have the large. Customers, they don't just come in and just share a sundae. They'll have their own sundae. We have weekday specials. On Mondays, we have a wonderful fried chicken feast. It's beautifully prepared. We have Mediterranean lamb chops. We have chicken pot pie. We have our new lamb shank that we've just added to the menu as well. The menu pretty much stays consistent. It's a very large menu, so there's not much room that we can add on to things. But what we do is we do a lot of specials throughout the year. We have our Lobster Fest. We have a Father's Day, Mother's Day special menus, Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving. So we're always introducing new menus, new menu items on those specialty menus. We've elevated a lot of the food, and we are offering items that people have either requested or that we know we do really well with. We also have our off-site catering, or our drop-off catering, that we're focusing in on. We go to a lot of law firms, office buildings, medical offices, and we drop off a lot of our wonderful and very popular brioche mini sandwiches and our homemade potato chips. Those are most popular items on our catering menu. We have a food truck. We're actually going to be bringing a newer version of the food truck any day now. We'll be able to go all over the San Gabriel Valley, all over LA County as well with it. We can come to private events. We can come to city-wide events. Anything on our menu we'll be able to serve out of the food truck, including our ice cream sundaes. Twoheys is really important in San Gabriel Valley because of the history and the memories, really. One of our taglines is making memories since 1943, and it truly is. During COVID, we were supposed to open up in May of 2020, and of course, we were delayed. When we finally opened in October of 2020, all the community came out to support us. We were ready to get out, and from that day forward, the community has embraced us, welcomed us back, and really made us a part of not just South Pasadena, but continue to be an important part of the San Gabriel Valley. We have consistent clientele that come in weekly, some come in daily, and they come in either for their favorite items, they come in just to reacquaint themselves with friends that they've met here. We have business associates that come in frequently to have their meetings here as well. Really, it's a community restaurant. It's really a neighborhood restaurant. Twoheys is a multi-generational restaurant. We have grandparents that were brought here by their parents. We have every generation, every ethnicity. We have a family and a community establishment here that people really enjoy coming to and just feeling like it's their second kitchen. We are so indebted to our loyal customers base. They have been here through 83 years, and we wouldn't be here, and we hope to be here for at least another 83 years and have the grandchildren that are coming in now bring their grandchildren someday. Twohey's success is really based on our staff. We're a family here. We treat every single one of our employees as if they're family. My family has owned the restaurant for almost 30 years now. We have employees that have been here almost 30 years. So it's a true testament to the way we treat our employees, and we believe that they feel the same way, that they can come to us if there's any problem. We're always accommodating with whatever their needs are, and it shows that when they come to work each and every day that they're putting in their best effort. What puts a smile on my face every single day when I walk in here is really seeing the joy of our customers and our employees as well. It seems they want to be here, they enjoy being here. I walk around to the different tables and introduce myself, and people love to tell me their own stories about Twoheys and how long they've been coming. So really the greatest joy is seeing the diversity of our customer base, the age of our customer base. To see their enjoyment brings me much happiness. I think for the restaurant business, at least for my family, this is the location. We're not looking at expanding. It's really hard to take an establishment like Twoheys and put it somewhere else and be able to get the following. We enjoy this area. We're happy being here. In this day and age with owning restaurants, it's become a lot more difficult to operate because of the bottom line, because of increasing costs. So we're very blessed to have and grateful to have Twoheys and the success that we've had here. The advice I'd want to give to any young person or any person wanting to open a restaurant is to really understand that it's not what you see from the front of the house. It's a lot of hard work. It's 24/7, and it's not as easy as it looks.
Twoheys has a huge menu, so narrowing it down wasn't easy. I started with the calamari. It arrived hot, crispy, and perfectly seasoned. As always, I add a squeeze of fresh lemon. The best part, the light batter lets the flavor of the squid really shine. Next, I had to try one of their breakfast favorites, the California omelet. It's packed with bacon, avocado, tomato, and plenty of pepper jack cheese. I liked how every bite had a balanced mix of ingredients instead of everything being piled in the center. Here's the burger that's been on the menu for over 80 years, the Stinko Burger. It's not 40 cents anymore, and it's been upgraded with a 3rd pound Angus beef patty. I usually lean toward gourmet burgers loaded with toppings, but I can definitely appreciate the simplicity here. Without all the fancy sauces, you really get to enjoy the rich beef, the crunch of the onions and pickles, and the soft bun that brings it all together. Pro tip, add an onion ring and top with ranch. Trust me, these aren't frozen onion rings. You can tell they're made fresh. The crispy coating has the perfect crunch while keeping a good balance of onion to batter. Alright, the main courses. For $30, you get this steak frites, featuring an Angus ribeye, topped with roasted garlic herb compound butter. I ordered mine rare. Let's see how they did. Not bad, Twoheys, not bad at all. The steak was tender, had a beautiful char from the grill, and that garlic herb butter melted into every bite. Last but not least, the fried chicken feast, Monday night's dinner special. You get a 4-piece half chicken with classic sides. Fried chicken can be hit or miss depending on the restaurant, but this one was definitely a hit. The skin was hot and crispy while the meat stayed incredibly juicy, even the breast. The mashed potatoes were smooth, rich, and buttery, and the green beans still had a nice bite to them. Of course, I couldn't leave without trying their famous Bittersweet Sundae. This is the small size, and it's loaded with vanilla ice cream, bittersweet chocolate, roasted almonds, fresh whipped cream, and a cherry on top. When I saw all the bittersweet chocolate, I was expecting it to be overly sweet, but it was actually well balanced. The roasted almonds added the perfect crunch. Next time, I'm definitely asking for extra almonds. I can see why Twoheys has been around for more than 80 years. If you want great food and great memories, Twoheys should be your next stop.
I love supporting small businesses and sharing their stories. Go show them some love. Their info's in the description below. If I've earned your support, please consider subscribing. Drop a comment if you know a small business with a story worth sharing. In the meantime, check out one of these videos, or this one, to learn a bit more about me. See you in the next one.